All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. Tonight we got a couple of cats that one is probably not aware that he was a pain in my ass about, I don't know, probably 2 years ago. I actually ran into Justin Sick before I ever ran into Jordan LaFon. Justin might not remember that, but we're going to talk about it today. So Jordan LaFon sporting the do. Hey, man. So speaking of, right, I just saw your hair. It reminded me of a concert you were at last week. Were you with
Oh
that cat at the Chiefs bar there, man? What's up?
no,
What's up with that?
man! I don't know what that boy was thinking. But no, I was unfortunately at home. I would have liked to been there with him. Believe it or not, but no, we were at home.
Yeah, man. As soon as I saw that, I said, how fitting would this be, right? How fitting would this be that the guy, man? So, first of all, let me say I love you both, man, to death, right?
Oh, you too.
And you guys make this shit so hard, right? As a iRacing league owner, I don't even like to call myself a league owner because I'm just a guy that's a fan that built some shit and you guys showed up, right? And
Hey, what they say? If you build it, they will come.
and they did, man. And somehow, Jordan, you found us, bro, right? So we still have a decision to make about you. I have been excluded from the decision, right? They're like, we don't want you because we know exactly what you're gonna say, right? I'm like, let it roll, man. Here we go, right?
Hey,
Controversy brings good viewer numbers, man. Let me tell you. So throughout the how long you been with us, Jordan? 2 years?
2 years,
How'd you find us, bro?
dude. Honestly, I don't even remember.
I don't either. I don't either.
Uh, I have no idea. I don't
Matt,
remember.
so let me tell you a little story. So I get all I want to do is host some races online, right? And the shit kind of blew up a little bit. But what that leads to, man, is after our Friday night races, I get a million messages saying, man, you got to get rid of this guy. This guy is no good. He's no good for the program, blah, 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 blah. And they get a little upset at me when I do nothing, right? So let me tell you a story, my friend. Once upon a time, right? Long time ago,
Uh huh.
uh, I got in the Air Force. I was playing baseball in college, and a buddy of mine said, "Hey, you ever thought going about in the Air Force?" Hell no, I absolutely have not. He's like, "I'm going to a recruiter. Let me go. Let's. Why don't you come with me?" I said, "All right, I'll go with you." So we went to the recruiter, and they told me they played hardball in the Air Force overseas. I'm like, shit, and I get paid to play
Sign me up.
baseball overseas. I'm in. Sign me up, right? So that's how they hooked me. And then they sent me to Missouri, which is not definitely overseas, right?
Oh
And
man.
not only is Missouri not overseas, but Missouri did not have hardball, right? So I found my way to slow pitch softball, right?
Here we go. Here.
In college, I was a catcher all through high school, catcher all through whatever, right? And I didn't get the grades to go directly on a scholarship, so I had to go to junior college to get the grades to get my scholarship. Okay, what position do you play? Well, I said I'm not going to be that guy. That guy's just standing behind the plate doing nothing, right? You know, it's freaking kind of like a. I play shortstop now, and they said, really? Yep. And so, bro, I had the worst temper on the face of this damn planet, like blackout temper, right? And if you beat me in softball and you gave me the opportunity to hurt you, I'm going to hurt
You're
you.
gonna
I mean,
do it.
like, hurt you. If you're in the baseline and I'm breaking up a double play,
Oh
you
yeah.
better clear more than an arm's length, right? I was that guy. So when my wife tells a story, my wife of 37 years has stuck with me, right? She tells a story. Well, first, okay, so slow pitch softball. I had a temper. I get where you're coming from, parking on the track and not exiting, and people are pissed off, and you guys can't see me on screen during the broadcast. I'm laughing. Everybody else is pissed off because I get it. I honestly, bro, I get it.
It's
So my wife tells a story that as soon as I get in that mode to where it's just on, she'll start gathering the kids and gathering the toys, and it's time to go because Joe is getting thrown out again. Here we go. So,
yeah.
man, I get it, bro. So talk about that a little bit. Where does that fire come from?
So this brings me to this. I don't know if I will ever drive a real race car in real life. I don't know. The day may come. Right now, no. So I take the iRacing as my real race car, so to say. I think that's why I take it so serious. Like, I don't know. It's the only racing I've really ever done. Yeah, I used to race go-karts way back when. Yard cart class go-karts, if that tells you anything. I was like 5-6 years old. So that's the only racing I think I'm ever gonna get to do. So I take it as serious as I can. A lot of the time. Now there are, races every now and then. I'll jump in with Justin and Curtis Griffin, our other buddy, and like the other night, it was pre-registered or preseason races for another league we all run, and like UMPs, 358s, and super late models. 2 of those 3 cars I don't run. So I just, I got in there for fun. I shot Justin a message. We got a hold of Curtis, and we all ended up in the servers together, racing together. But yeah, dude, I take iRacing serious because, like some of these other guys, Justin, Curtis, like I just mentioned, they get to drive real cars. They know what it's like to sit behind the wheel and rip laps. I don't.
So listen, you're not gonna freaking get there by stopping on the track and being an asshat. First of all,
you jerk.
Right? So and never say never, bro. I didn't climb into a dirt car until last year, ever. So never say never, right? And
I was pissed off.
I get it. Hey, what did I do? Nothing. I did not eject you. I did not.
Nope.
And so not long after that, bro, I got a message. Jordan LaFon was kicked out of some other league. Well, you are known as my boy. Your boy got kicked out of, and I'll take it every day, bro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I don't know. I have a bad, like you said, I got a bad temper. I don't know if it's little man syndrome. I'm 5'5", 140 pounds, soaking fucking wet, Joe. Like,
listen, that shit comes from Indiana. I'm convinced. I'm convinced that's where my family came from. And I'm 5'7". Now I'm not 135 pounds. I guarantee you that. But back in my heyday, so yeah, man. So what are you gonna do?
I hope them boys don't kick me out of there because I enjoy running Friday night. Like, believe it or not, dude, as much as I get on there and bitch and moan and groan, I'm not only am I looking forward to Friday Night Lights, but I got Grandma Pete that's looking forward to Friday Night Lights, dude. Like, she's blowing my phone up at work. You ready for tonight? Where are we going? Like, Grandma, I'm still at work, but yes, I am ready.
You know what, man? That thing has become a thing, right? That has become Grandma Pete's in there. You got Caden Berry and all his fans. You got the Carters, and that shit has become a thing, man. And
For real.
when I started it, I had no idea, right? I had no idea. And a lot of times leagues get too big for the creator, for lack of a better term, right? They outgrow. Um, but I got to be honest with you guys. I wouldn't mind having 15 cars a week, not 30, whatever we have every week, right? So yeah, we're getting bigger, but yeah, man, I don't get a vote. I got kicked out because I'm too soft and I'm too. I don't know. I don't know what it is. We'll see. And Jordan, fellas, I don't know if I'm even going to do it again, to be honest with you, right?
Oh, stop.
Because you get done Friday night and Saturday you're answering all the questions for this guy should be gone and so and so did this and so did that. I'm like, I'm just creating a place for you cats to race, man. I don't need all the bullshit. So we'll see. The Dirt Track Bank is on board. Great relationship with those guys for throwing out all that cash. And so we'll see, man. And you never know. I might have veto power. I'm not real sure if these guys will let me have veto power or not. Be like, wait a minute, I created this shit.
Yeah, you're the boss, right?
And with you here, Mr. Justin Sick. Justin, first of all, my friend, you're my hero, bro. And I mean that, right? You and I talked a little bit today about what we would go into, what we wouldn't go into. Man, let me just tell you, I am a son of somebody who did not make the wise decisions that you did. Thank God she waited until I retired from the military and was able to move back home and spend some time with her. But yeah, man, she could never get over that. So, and I know it was a struggle. I get it. I lived it from, knee high. And yeah, man. And here you are. And you and I have talked about this, man. Bro, I am truly, you're truly a hero. That shit, I watched it not be easy, right? A lot of people can say it's not easy. I watched it as a kid from 3 years old until she put herself in a grave. And right, we are upper middle class. My dad was a vice president of Albertsons. We were living, bro, and well, we thought we were living. And her deal was prescription drugs. So yeah, man. So you're my hero, right? I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit and give some encouragement out there. I'll leave that to you. So I'll pause right here for you, my friend.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Joe. That really does mean a lot to me. It wasn't an easy road. It really was. Addiction is a real thing. And recovery is also a real thing. In May I'll have 7 years. And it's been amazing. It took me so many times to get through this. And didn't think I was gonna make it through this one, but I just pushed through it. The counselor came and talked to me while I was where I was at, and everything worked out. This May I'm gonna have 7 years. I got a baby on the way in a couple of weeks, so I got a beautiful fiance, man. Life's great.
Dude's gonna be a dad.
It's crazy, dude. It really is.
That a boy. That's good shit, man.
It's people think it's not possible, but it really is. And the opportunities I've got today, dude, it wouldn't be here if I wasn't where I'm at. So I'm very thankful to be where I'm at.
Yeah, what a grind, man. What a grind. So 7 years, congratulations. That's absolutely freaking amazing, right? And if anybody says it's easy,
it ain't.
I saw the strongest woman on the face of the planet get taken down by that shit, right? And she's my so yeah, I know that shit's not easy, man. So good on you. And now look at you, bro. You're climbing into a freaking real mod, right?
Yeah.
Did you race last year?
Yeah, a little bit. Yep.
How often did you race?
We tried to get out as much as we could, but it is a backup car, so we didn't want to have anything happen to that, because you know, one, I don't have the money to fix it really if I got into something serious, but you know, it is his backup car and he does use it. So we're trying to keep it, you know, nice for him. But they tried to get me out as much as we could. You know, we were trying to focus on the main program, and that's for him. And I'm more than okay with that. You know, it's just to be able to do something like that is incredible. You know, and you know, Tim, the owner, and you know, Doug, the crew chief. You know, I love those guys. You know, it's been amazing. This is going to be our 4th year. We all jumped into it not knowing anything, so we're in it together. You know, it's been like I said, 4 years. And, you know, I think we're ready for this year. You know, I talked to Tim yesterday a little bit, and we both have a good feeling for this year. So the vibes are good. The car is pretty much ready. So we're just waiting to go out to practice, man.
So tell me about that, man. Climbing. So what do you run? So it's a mod. What is it? What do you got going on?
So it's a Bicknell chassis race car, just like we have here on iRacing. The only difference is it's a 602 motor instead of a 358 or a big block.
So you got to tell me, how was it the first time that you climbed your ass in that car, right? And started that thing up and went, okay, this is real, right? And here we go. So do you remember the time? Do you remember the day?
Yeah.
He gave himself racing stripes, Joe.
So yeah, that's a memorable thing, right? I only run a dwarf car, right?
Right.
And I will never forget Marysville, California, coming out of. So here's the story. So Marysville is the local track that my dad, back in the holy smokes 50s, when the track opened, he had a beat up piece of shit stock car, and he actually, right up the road here, maybe 3 miles from me, where I live now used to just be farmland, but about 3 miles from me, he built a car when he was a lot younger than I am now. Maybe he was 20, 28, something. And they built this car, and Marysville track was opening, and they didn't have a trailer. They didn't have a truck. He was a barber back then, so he didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. And him and his buddy said, well, we got to get to the track. Well, if you guys take an overview of Olafhurst and Marysville Raceway, you can go over the levee and get in the river bottoms and haul ass down the river bottoms, hop back over the levee, get on the road, and go maybe 3/4 of a mile. So he tells the story there. We don't got a trailer. Damn it, we're going racing. So him and his buddy hopped in this car, hopped over, went down the river bottoms, hopped over. They were pulling up to the track. My dad said, oh shit, man, we got too many beer cans in the car. So they pulled over on the side of the road, started throwing beer cans out, and they went and raced. They drove that car to the track back in 1950, whatever, right?
That's crazy.
And so the day that I climbed in that dwarf car and I pulled up, I'll tell you guys, man, this is some crazy shit. When I couldn't go to sleep, years and years, I would picture myself in a dirt car coming out of turn 2, because that's where our pits come out, and going down the back straight of Marysville Raceway. That's how I would fall asleep. I thought, man, wouldn't that be something, right? And I mean, even when I was in the military, that's what I would think about. So the day I did that, and the day I pulled up there,
that's cool.
That shit ain't like nothing on the face of the planet, fellas.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a dwarf car, right? Now, them shits scoot, but it was like, and that shit was real. And I could not imagine in something like a mod, right? Or maybe I can. I don't know that it's any different. I don't know that I would know the freaking difference, right? And Jordan, the words you said, I've never been in a race car. Don't know that I'll ever be in a race car. Man, what if we could change that for folks, man? And not only that, how do we do it, right? Because I told everybody on my iRacing team, Brandon Templeton, Brian Dickens, and Kurt Schatzer, you make your ass to California, hot lap my car. I don't give a shit, right? Because have at it, right? So what if we couldn't make something like that happen? You can. It's just crazy ass expensive, right? But what if it didn't have to be? Bro, I'm telling you, when I moved to Kentucky, if I bring my car and you can get your ass to Kentucky, you got a seat. And that shit is just, it's like, you got to do it. That's all I'll say. Everyone
shift
has
gears
to
in
do
that
it
car.
once.
Don't you shift the gears in that car?
You do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
once you get in the gear you need,
There's
then
some.
you're good.
I'd
But they'll
be
hit
out there.
oh, bro. I mean, they'll hit 100 in the straightaway with the 1000cc.
Yeah.
Oh
Mine's
yeah.
a Cowie. Matter of fact, those guys, I know Jordan, you know, Spanky and Brandon Allsworth that ran with us this year. They're down at Kern County this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I couldn't go because I had to work, but yeah, so I'm missing out on Kern County. I wanted to make that trip, but it didn't happen, not this year. So
What's that track? Have you ever been to that track in real life?
no. Nope. That's where the Dwarf Card Nationals kicked off yesterday.
Awesome.
And that's where they're down racing. We have quite a few national events out here on the West Coast. They all end in September, which was my last podcast, or not a podcast. I don't know. Joe Halter Racing on YouTube. That's where I broadcast those races. So, yeah, man, I got to tell you, so I'm glad that you say, well, I may never be in a race. Bro, that shit's worth the wait. If however long you have to wait, that shit is worth the wait.
Let me tell you something, dude. I used to say those same exact words in hobbies, dude, in iRacing, dude. You know, like I always used to say that. Like I never, ever had a thought in my life that I would drive something like that. You know, I didn't start following dirt track stuff until I got clean, like 28. I got clean in 2017. I didn't start doing iRacing stuff till 2018. And then I started getting more, like, going to the track. And then, you know, I saw the World of Outlaw late models at a track nearby. And that was that. Instantly, dude, I was hooked. And, you know, I love the modifieds, dude. I love driving them. But, I mean, I've got the Lucas show on now.
Yeah.
I love late models, dude.
I can say one thing about this dude right down here in the iRacing service is we got to get him out of a damn late model, bro. That's all this dude runs. We got to get him out of them damn things. I don't know how we're going to do it, but
is that your deal? That's your deal?
Yeah, you know, I tried running the mods, but I don't like running the mods on iRacing because I don't want to get that mindset and then get in Tim's car and do something foolish because I can do it in the game. You know, I don't even want to think about that. So I don't.
Cars are kind of toxic.
So I stay in late models and you know, I just, you know, keep it real. But back on my first time out there, you asked me. I'm not even gonna front, dude. I didn't put that thing full throttled. I was so scared. iRacing didn't prepare me for nothing. Don't ever think that iRacing's got you covered, bro, because I was scared shitless. A grown-ass man terrified to go full throttle in a race car. How funny is that? Like, I'm just kind of getting used to it, you know, and it's crazy, dude, but it's the funnest thing I've ever fucking done, dude. And you know, thanks to Tim, man, for giving me the opportunity to do that. Yeah. Freaking awesome, man. It's something so surreal that
it is.
It's I'm gonna try to get you away to fucking being something, dude, because it's nuts, man. Just
there may come a day, we don't know. Who knows?
Hey, man,
hell, there could be an old bomber posted tomorrow for like $3,000, and you never know.
Did you watch that show I sent you about some Indiana bullshit going on, bro?
I have
and
not.
The mullets were flying. It was in your neck of the woods too.
I'm sorry.
It was in your neck of the woods too.
Really?
Yes, on asphalt. I said, "Oh hell no," because my wife's a Jordan LaFon fan because she is from Mount Vernon, Indiana, is where she was.
Right down the road.
Yeah, and I said, "No, you're not a Jordan LaFon fan, man. No, he's got a better mullet than me. The guy's a decent looking dude. No, absolutely not. 37 years. Nope. not a deal. So yeah, you got to watch that show. It's all about Indiana and these cats that just shit is insane.
Dude. And
Look at
so
this, dude. He's
I used to have a buddy. He doesn't race the asphalt street stock anymore. But we used to go down to Salem a lot. Big old Salem Speedway. It's like a big old half mile. Yeah, I think it's a half mile race, asphalt. Dude, the people so you got your dirt track crew, right?
Yep.
The asphalt crew is a completely different crew.
Really? In what way?
The atmosphere, the energy, it's just way different than going to a dirt track.
Okay. Spanky's been on my ass this week because after Kern County this week, dirt, right? They race these cars on asphalt and two races a year. Oh, you got to go to. No, I don't have to go to asphalt.
Try it.
No, can't do it. Can't do it.
Try it.
It just doesn't even sound. You got to let off the throttle going in, I would think, and it seems opposite of. Our cars don't have enough horsepower to really get up on the cushion, although I try every time and lose. I want to throw it in, man, and I want that right rear to grab the cushion and launch. Okay. Now, I can't do it in a dwarf car, but I try. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think asphalt is my deal, man. I don't think it's my gig.
It's a whole different crowd.
I can't get into it, man. I even tried, I've tried getting into it on iRacing a little bit, like the late models.
I did too.
iRacing are fun as hell, but I can't get into it, man. Like there's something about the dirt late models that fucking keep me on here, dude. Like it's the only thing I'm on here for. I don't care about anything else, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid, and it's gotten good. I like iRacing the way it is. It's different now, like the driving and the cars and everything. The way everything works is the grip, the tire wear, the
definitely changed since we've started.
It's insane what they're doing with this, and but like before it was. I mean, I feel like it was good before too, but I don't know the way they're going is good. It's cool.
So speaking of getting kicked out of leagues, right?
Oh yeah.
Justin Sick. Do you remember how we met?
No.
Not a clue.
No.
So it was
kind of.
No,
lay it on him, Joe.
No,
lay it on him.
I don't remember, dude.
Don't play nice with him.
Oh shit. Yeah,
So I built the team. Brandon Templeton. I think it was only me and Brandon Templeton at the time. And I got with Rob Neller, who built this rig over here, right? Icon Sim Sports. And I said, I want to build a team, and will you support me? He was a road racing guy, and he's whatever. Yep, do whatever you want to do. So I said, all right. So we went through Monsters of Dirt like everybody, I think, does, and enjoyed that, but then found Coast to Coast Racing League. Where we met one each, Justin Sick, who, are you banned? Yeah. So there we have it, right? So you sent a letter, and you and Brandon Templeton, sorry, man. So
I don't think I've heard this.
I'll continue this story. It's California. We get like 5 days of the grass, and the trees are gorgeous, and allergies are killing me. So you and I think it was Brandon Templeton. It had to have been, because it couldn't have been me, because I'm so even-natured. You sent a letter, and I think Roger Craig got that letter to me, or maybe you sent it to me, bro. I'm going to have to look. But you were pissed at Brandon Templeton doing something. So now it
was Brian Dickens.
Was it? I'm a brand new team guy, right? I'm a brand new
going off.
I'm representing Icon Sim Sports. I thought this was some big shit, and oh my God, some guy, a veteran from Coast to Coast Racing League, just sent a letter complaining about one of our drivers. Bro, I had to call Rob Miller and apologize. So that's how you and I met.
Okay.
From that letter, I was like, oh man, we pissed off, one of the coast to coast guys.
Yeah. So
And
it's crazy.
yeah.
So here we go. All right. I'll tell you.
Let's have it.
So it was a Facebook post. All right. It was coast to coast series. We ran 358 on, I think it was Thursdays in the after, like noon or something like that, around there. And then Thursday nights, I think it was, we ran 358 and then pro late model or something like that. Pro late models, I was doing really good. I think I was leading points. Could be wrong. Don't mark my words, but 2 weeks in a row. I know he was on your team, Brian. Everything's good now. It's the past, thing. I've grown up. That was early a little bit. So, but 2 weeks in a row, I was leading the race. The show is live, and he turns me 2 weeks in a row as I was leading the race. One was at Williams Grove, and I want to say the other might have been Volusia. And Roger had this thing where we couldn't mention names or, all that, even put shit on social media. I got that. But I was so freaking pissed off that this happened 2 weeks in a row, live on stream, leading the race. I fucking lost my mind. And I went to Facebook. I didn't mention names. I didn't mention leagues, nothing. I knew the rules, man. And that's why I didn't say anything. And
I'm innocent, I swear.
This dude messages me, man, madder than fucking Mad Hatter, bro. He was just fucking crazy. And I told him, I was like, hey, man, no worries. I was like, I get it. I'll be done after this season. He's like, don't even wait. He's like, fucking leave now. I was like, shit, dude. Fuck, man. So there goes my fucking points and everything, dude. I was like, dude, shit. And I mean, it's a good series, dude. I got a trophy sitting right above me from the modifieds, dude. And it's, it's crazy, dude. They had a lot of good people behind them, and the shit was good, dude. I enjoyed running with them, but
so
I was LaFon, man.
Tempers, man. The tempers will get you.
So here's the deal. How the hell did I end up here with you two cats? Right, man. This is like, hey, look in the mirror. Right? Look in the mirror of what you were before that you got old, and now that you're old and tired, right? So that's freaking crazy. Yeah, Coast to Coast Racing League, top notch, right?
Yeah,
top notch.
People, man. I don't know.
Not for people who get a little bit excited. That is not the place to be, and that's what makes them so good, right? They are so strict by the rules, and they've supported Friday Night Lights because they've never raced on Friday. And I got with Roger and I was like, hey, I want to do something that we open up the rules a little bit, and let people let their hair down. And that's where Friday Night Lights came from. That's why it was on Friday, is because that's the only day Coast to Coast didn't run. So yeah, I love those guys, man. But you can't mess around. They don't play.
And it's funny because, I even reached out to Roger, later on, like, and he's still, he's firm. I think I've even come to you, dude. I've even asked Dean Reynolds, dude, from Super Dirt Car to fucking talk to me. Like, I've tried to get back in, man, and I get it, no hard feelings against any of those guys, man.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I did was wrong. It was against the rules, and the consequences are there, and he's standing firm, dude. So,
yeah, man. Plus, I had to you had me freaked out, right? I'm like, oh my God, no way, man.
I didn't even think, because like you guys were connected, I knew somehow.
Yeah,
so, like,
yes.
When I reached out to you to see if you were looking for team members and whatnot, because I wanted to join Icon, and that's how we started talking about Friday Night Lights. And then Homeboy here was one of the guys, and he got me hooked, so that's how that all happened, I think. But
so tell me,
it's been awesome.
So one of you tell me about, so first, Coast to Coast is totally different. Roger has kind of stepped back a little bit. Now they have like league owners, and I'm not real sure what's going on over there. I haven't fired this rig up in shit, I don't even know how long. But yeah, they do stuff totally different now, man. It's not. It used to be Roger worked freaking hours and hours and hours and hours, and man, I think he gave it over to league owners or something. So yeah, I'm not real sure how it all operates now. So speaking of you pointing up there to Mr. Jordan LaFon, man, did we not have a surprise visit here in the recent past? How the hell did that shit come about?
Oh, so
It was crazy, bro.
I've been in contact with his girlfriend, Courtney, for probably, I don't know, probably close to a couple months, just organizing. At first it was we're gonna come out and surprise him for the baby shower, and I can't remember exactly what I had come up, but I had something come up on the same day that they were having the baby shower. So I told her, I was like, listen, we run Friday Night Lights together on Friday. Like, I have to run this league, but I want to leave after work. So I told her, I was like, I'm going to run this league race with Justin. And as soon as the pro late models is done, because neither one of us run the 305s typically. I was like, as soon as the as soon as the late model race is done, I'm hitting the highway and I'm driving 9.5 hours, and I'll be there at like ass crack of dawn. I'm talking 8 a.m. And sure enough, dude, we ran the league on Friday. He had no fucking idea, Joe, that I blocked him on Snapchat from seeing my stories and everything. Like, I was taking pictures the entire way, like tracking, like driving through Cleveland, and I blocked him from him seeing it. So he had no idea. And then
No, he probably thought that you were done with him for some reason. What the hell did I do? Man, if the dude would have killed himself, what would you have done then?
Man, I probably would have felt bad.
I would hope minimum felt bad.
Oh man.
All right, sorry.
But no, dude, I showed up at his door at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and like 10, 15 minutes out of town, I'm messaging his girlfriend. I'm like, I'm close. She's like, he's watching. He's in the bathroom. He's in the bathroom watching the league race from last night. Da 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 da. He'll be in there for a few minutes, probably. You're good. So like, I pulled up. He was still in the bathroom, and I hadn't really thought about how I was gonna go about surprising this dude that I showed up at his doorstep.
Like, shit, there's this truck.
So I just sat down on the front doorstep, dude, like my back to him, back to the door. And, obviously she knew I was there. And when he came out of the bathroom, she was like, hey, there's somebody outside, And I got my back to him. He opened the door, kind of. I stood up and turned around, and he kind of did one of these. He shut the fucking door in my face, Joe. And he opened it back up, dude. It was fun. It was crazy. He was like completely mind blown. It was completely caught off guard.
That is freaking insane, man.
It was cool.
All of that from iRacing, right?
Yeah.
Or am I wrong?
All from iRacing,
dude.
That is insane, right? It is insane the relationhips that are built. Justin, man, what were you like? There's someone on your doorstep. You're lucky you didn't get a gun first, because that's what I would have done. There's someone on your doorstep. Well, not for very much longer is what I would be thinking.
Yeah. So I had like a routine on Saturdays. I'd wake up in the morning, whatever. Well, this particular morning, I was up at like 7:45 for whatever reason, and I went into the bathroom like I did every morning, and did whatever I had to do, and I watched the race from the night before, and yeah, I come out. She's like, someone's on our porch, and I'm like, what, dude? Like, what's going on? So I open the door, like he says, back to the door. So I'm just like, what the fuck? I was like, who the fuck is this guy? So I was like, what's up? And then he stands up and I don't even
Overload.
know.
Overload.
But yeah, it was a frick. I was just like, dude, I just fucking ran a race with you. Where the like you raced in a hotel room or what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like I was stupid. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Slammed the door. Oh fuck, man. But no, that shit wasn't. I couldn't believe it.
That's awesome.
We had a good time, man. It was fun.
That is awesome, man. And
That was a great surprise.
You know, and that's what iRacing does, right? And it's just like, the hell is this service, right? What the hell is what's this all about? That's what it's all about. It's about, you know, it's not just so back in our day, fellas, the geeks would get on there and they would do whatever dungeons or whatever the hell they did.
Dungeons.
This shit is different. At least that's what I tell. That's what I tell my friends. I say this is different. This is not an irate. This is not a game. This shit is real.
Yeah.
You hear people all the time. Like I'm sure you both hear it all the time from, you know, your peers or whatever. They're just, you know, they're saying, oh, it's a game. It's a game. Like, yeah. Sit down and try.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah.
Try it. On top 5. Let's see what happens, dude.
Try it one time.
You jump that shit, dude.
I've had more than a
like
handful of my buddies.
Not a game, man. It's, you know, it's funny because in the lobbies you hear them arguing about it all the time, man. It's crazy, dude. But it's definitely not a game.
What do you do? What do you do for a living?
I do construction work.
Like what? What do you do?
Build docks.
Labor or
labor.
Okay. That's my background. I'm actually a contracting officer for the National Park Service for the Northeast region.
Oh, nice.
So I live in California and fly out to the Northeast region. So I was a high voltage guy.
Shock,
huh?
Is that a culture shock for you?
You know, after 23 years in the military, not really, because you run into so many different types of people, right? So, bro, but we may get a chance to meet, right? Because I will be, who knows, in what national park from Maine down to West Virginia, across to all over. So we have a bunch of parks. But I was a high voltage guy, so construction for the Air Force, climbed poles for a living till I crashed and broke my back falling off a pole. And so what about you, Jordan? What the hell do you do? Do you do anything?
So you ever heard of
Here we go. I knew there would be a story. All right.
You ever heard of Black Rifle Coffee?
I have. I tried to get them to sponsor us.
Really?
Yes, because they're a veteran-owned business. I sent them an email and I'm like, hey, you don't have to pay me a dime. Let me use your video to play on our stream free of charge. Just let me say yes, because none of those companies, Mission 22, now they've sent, bro, God damn it, you got me on a fucking tangent again.
Sorry.
Mission 22, they have been freaking amazing, right?
Bless those guys for real, man.
I started off with them the same way. I was like, hey, I'm not asking for anything in return. Just let me use your videos. Man, they sent us all kinds of stickers for the car. They sent us for the real car. They sent us all kinds of wristbands and information to hand out in the pits during our real races. And they sent us this badass Mission 22 fully stitched flag that we're going to fly in the pits this year.
Hell yeah.
It turned into a relationship, man. And I never asked for a dime. So I tell you that to tell you all of those companies that we play on Friday nights, they don't pay us anything except for Dirt Track Bank.
That's awesome.
So, okay, go ahead. Black Rifle. Yeah.
But anywho, I work at this place called Copper Moon. It's actually like, I can damn near hit a golf ball and hit the roof of my building. It's that close. But I just operate a machine that packages Keurig cups full of Black Rifle coffee, different kinds, coffee house coffee as well. It's not only Black Rifle. They do flavored bean. They do basically everything. You name it, we got it. They roast it. They do everything right then and there.
You got the 2 girls or just one?
I'm sorry?
2 girls or just one?
2 and 1
So
boy.
Foxy, LaFon, and you got 3 kids, bro.
I
How
got
the so listen? How the hell do you go to Disney, bro?
Uh,
I can't afford to go to Disneyland, right? And it's just me and my wife. How do you?
so
How do you? I'm glad you do, man. I love tracking you. I'm watching you guys, man. There is nothing like a kid's face when they're at a place like that, right? It's
man,
just magic. Kind of like us at a dirt track, right? Justin
oh
getting in
yeah,
that, climbing in that car.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So what's that all about, man? How often do you guys go? I know twice, I think, since I've
So
known you.
so w- we're lucky enough on my girlfriend's side. Her aunt and uncle, um, they're frequent Disney goers, like 8, 10 times a year,
Damn. Okay.
and they're both very successful, very wealthy. He owns a construction business out of Logansport, and she's an attorney. But they like to do the whole Disney trip. They're real big Disney goers, and we were just fortunate enough to tag along. The only thing we had to pay for was food, so we took up on it. We went and man, if you guys have never been to Disney and get the chance to go, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never been.
Dude,
Never been.
it's a
Me either.
fucking blast, and I'm a 29-year-old man. I think I had more fun than my kids did.
Yeah, that's badass.
It's a
So
blast, dude.
wait, you said you're 5'2". Could you ride all the rides or what? What's the deal?
Hey, man. Hey. Oh, man. Damn.
It's funny because
That's awesome, man.
we were talking to another buddy of ours, Chris Joy, and like they were making Jordan sound like he was the smallest dude in the world. He's really not all that bad. He's short as shit, but he's not awful, dude. Like he was about up to my shoulder. There's some pictures floating around somewhere.
That's badass. So
He
you
looks
say
like a small guy on the camera, though.
it's that hairdo, man. So I still buzz my hair, man. I haven't been to a barber, fellas, in oh shit. I retired from the Air Force in 08. So it's been at
Thanks
least
for
that
service.
long, and it's been, I bet it's been 30 years since I've been to a barber.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? When I retire, I'm gonna grow a mullet. And my wife, of course, she's from Indiana. She doesn't know any better. She's like, hell yeah! And I'm thinking, man, soon as that hair touched my ears, man, that shit drove me absolutely
Started
nuts.
tickling it, didn't it?
Oh, I'm like, no.
Yep.
I can't have a mullet. So
I
you
can get
said,
pretty rough, but I get my hair cut on the regular for the most part.
yeah, and plus when you put on a helmet, right, and hair is not good, a helmet will stick real good to. Is that you two knuckleheads, dude?
Yeah.
You know who you look like? Oh my God, what's his name? Vegas Vacation, the dude who carried the kid. What the hell was? I'm gonna find it and I'll tell you. Jeff Kemper checking in, man, saying he appreciates the podcast, guys. So
Hey, what's up? Yeah.
Jeff saying hi. Ronald Griffin saying hi. Greatly appreciate you guys tuning in as we're talking to these two knuckleheads. You said girlfriend, mother of all three,
Mother of all three.
girlfriend of years.
Oh man, too many to count. A long time. Going on 10.
Ring coming
Eventually.
when? I'm not a woman. I'm gonna, I ain't gonna be like, yeah, okay, checks in the mail. When are we doing this, man? Because I got to make plans.
I don't know, man. I haven't. It's thought, but it hasn't fully hit yet.
So okay, all right, fine.
There's some other things that got to go down before we hit that brick.
No. You're not going to play along. So do it this way: 5 years or less.
Yeah.
2?
No.
Okay. All right. Where's she at? Is she here?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
Nope.
we need to talk to her.
Yeah, she gone.
And
Nope, she's not here.
Mr. Justin, you got a baby on the way.
Yep.
Also girlfriend, yes.
Yes.
Of how many
Well,
years?
say, I guess, if you want to.
Right on. So you commit. That a boy. That's what I'm talking about. You commit.
I mean, I've been through it once before, so we're just playing things smart. You know.
Hey, I'm only doing it once, right?
Yeah.
That's it. And it's been 37 years. And one time, that's it. So
I mean, no matter what, we're tied together now. We got a baby coming in a couple of weeks, so it's forever. No matter.
A couple of weeks, man. Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
It's a boy. Yep.
And name? Do you have a name yet?
Theodore.
Boom, there it is.
So is it Teddy or what? What's the
Theo?
Theo. Right on, man. Right on.
And if he's bad, I'll just call him Theodorus.
Theodore.
Paul L is checking in,
like that.
saying thanks, my future son-in-law. You got there, Joe. So thanks, Paul, for watching along. I don't know if you've been here the whole show. One of my heroes that I'm talking to. Also, both of these cats.
Appreciate it.
Both these cats are something else, and one put me in a bad position a few years ago. You know what, man? Speaking of shit. iRacing 1 year is like 10 years, it seems. I don't think I was ever not on iRacing, right? And I've only been on there 3 years or something.
Look at your stats?
No, I haven't.
I've got so many laps on iRacing, it's not even funny.
Yeah. Holy smokes. And why did I go down?
I feel like I should know where every little rivet is, where every little bump, where...
Shoot, I still don't even know how many Zeus buttons are on our modifieds, dude.
Hey, so all right, let's Jordan LaFon. If those of you out there listening who might be the powers that be at Friday Night Lights, if Jordan LaFon had to give a public apology or plea for his position in what is this year, fellas? 2024 Friday Night Lights, man. What might that sound like to those cats?
Oh man, you put me on the spot, Joe.
That's what it's about, brother. That's what it's about. I won't put you.
Shot, bud.
Yeah, I won't put you on the spot because
you better be sincere about it.
You know what? My own team probably doesn't even watch this. They're probably like, "What the hell is this old guy doing?"
They're probably watching.
So, man, what do you got? Are you going to plea? Are you going to plea that you're passionate? And
I would just apologize. And I don't know. I am passionate about it, dude. And I like to win. And I don't know. I guess I don't know where this is going.
Well, hopefully it's going to.
Hopefully they allow me back to race because I really look forward. Like I was saying earlier, not only do I look forward to racing on Friday nights, but I got my grandma Pete that looks forward to me racing on Friday.
Man, you can't use Grandma Pete. You know, I was going to invite Grandma Pete for the first podcast before anybody. Grandma Pete was going to come on.
She's even rooted for me before, dude. Before my Facebook got jacked up, man, I tried talking to her a few times when Jordan, the woman seems like a lovely lady, man. She's always there. She's always rocking, dude. She tells me.
You know what?
All the time when I say don't say nothing, I was like, keep your mouth shut, and he just sees red. It's game over. As soon as he opens his mouth, I'm just
that's when Ann, my wife's name is Ann, that's when she starts packing up the kids because, bro, you can't talk to me. You can't tell me. You can't. I can no longer reason at that point. I'm right. You're wrong. You're an umpire. You made a dumbass freaking call and you're wrong. And until you just shut up and admit that you're wrong, try to talk me out of it. It's going to get worse, right? It's insane.
But I'm trying to work on it. I am.
Bro.
I am. I'm not always.
I don't think
Justin,
that shit goes away, man.
Justin, it ain't always like that, is it?
No, you were
No,
you were
bro,
good on-
sometimes you're like me. I can go into a game, right? Well, I don't play anymore, but I could go into a game, everything's cool, and I'm Mr. Sportsman. Hey, nice job, blah, blah, blah. And everything's cool, and the game ends, win, lose, doesn't matter. One instance of something, and the first baseman better not put his foot on the back because there's some cleats gonna rake the back of that heel.
Yeah.
It's just one, and that's horrible, right? That's horrible sportsmanship on my part. I can't.
Mine too.
I could not help myself.
But you know what? You know what? If you don't door some of these guys on iRacing, they're just gonna run you to F over.
True enough.
It's got
True enough.
Nowadays, like in these official races, it's if you don't run official races on a regular and you go in there and you just see how some of these fools are acting, you're just mind blown. Like me, I'm a 35-year-old man racing with a bunch of little kids now. It seems like iRacing has an age limit. How the heck is that? You know, like,
bam.
It's, you know, you got guys like us that, you know, try to race and have fun, no track etiquette, you know, give room. You know, I try to give room to everybody, but there's just some of these clowns on here that don't deserve any of my freaking, you know, it's just a long story. I won't get into any of that because it's just babble, honestly. But it's crazy to think, you know, these guys are in here literally trying to wreck somebody because they got somebody else's name on their car. It's petty.
Yeah. Man. You know, and I'm the same way. I'll lift before I wreck somebody. It's just Friday Night Lights, fellas, has gotten a lot rougher than it once was. I was not real pleased this year. I'll be honest with you.
It's gotten competitive, Joe.
Yeah, that's all.
That shit is.
It's gotten competitive, is what it is.
So
honestly, if I can throw one thing out there about Friday Night Lights, take it from fixed and open it up.
So here's the worry. Here is the worry. So I love that you guys are on Friday Night Lights. I love everyone that is on Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights was created for those veterans coming back from overseas that are contemplating suicide, and they're sitting in their mom and dad's basement, and this is their escape away from those demons that are haunting them. So every time I think I'm going to come up with something, I just start thinking, is that going to preclude some veteran from participating? Right. So I mean, we thought about
you leave it fixed so everybody has the opportunity to come in and race. I get it.
Yeah, I can't take the chance of some guy uses this every Friday night as a relief from, you know, the PTSD and shit, and
right.
Somebody hurting themselves over it. Right. So
fully understandable.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I talked to Michael Carter about this one time, I believe. You know, shout out to him and Braden.
Carter boys are quick.
Salute to those boys, you know. But I talked to Michael about it, and you know, the year before this past season, the challenges that, you know, like between drivers, you know, like we were always battling. You know, and it was, you know, Jordan too. He was in the mix. It was me, Carter, Cal, you know, like all those guys, you know, like Braden didn't come till this past season here, but like that's when the old tire model was on, you know, and it's crazy how different the racing was. And I think that's why we had all the issues, because sometimes those setups were weird because now you have to actually drive that thing. It's got, got four-wheel grip pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know if you've fired, like you said, Joe, I don't know if you fired your rig up and actually turned laps within the last, I don't know, month, 30 days, I'd say, but it's
different.
It's different.
I climbed into micro sprints a little bit, and
those are
fun, by the way. Those are fun as hell, by the way.
Love them.
Fun as hell.
You'd see me, boy. Let me tell you what. You put something like that up, I'll be there in that. Boy.
So we need to do that, man. We need to. So my race season's getting ready to pick up, but we need to find a weekend off and do a Friday Night Lights, Saturday, freaking extravaganza.
I'm down.
And just I don't know.
Hell,
Maybe
that
we
might
run.
get Justin in a street stock or something on a Saturday night. That'd
Maybe
be
we
cool.
run stocks and micros, and maybe we do a 3-car. Maybe we do a 3-car like Friday Night Lights, and we run stock cars, micro sprints, and some other off the wall shit. I don't know. We need to do
Legends.
something. Maybe. I hate those cars. Ugh. But maybe.
Big black mods or something.
Ooh.
Something
with
different.
boogie.
Something different. Yeah, we'll see.
Something with some giddy ups,
Oh,
with supers or something.
back-
Justin wants to smoke in them late models. He's
to
always
the
down to
field.
run them late models.
Like I feel like my problem in this last season, like I didn't really do all that hot. You know, I got the provisional from the Carters to race, because somebody else kind of goofed up there, and but anyway, I got that provisional, so it was cool to be able to race with those guys, and we got to chat a little bit. But I think my biggest deal was I raced a lot of open setup stuff, so doing that and then coming into fixed setup stuff, like I'm just like, shit, I can't change nothing, dude.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
done. Now, like it took me a long time to like I would start mid pack, sometimes in the back, and just suck. And I could never catch those guys, dude. And the first good race I had was in that Dash for Cash because I was in there with them. I knew what was going on. They helped me out, and that was so fun, man. So like shout out to Michael Carter, Randy Carter Painting, and all that. I ran their logo for it was cool to be a part of something with those boys, and I look forward to racing with them again after our season. Everything's all over. They got a season coming up in the late model, and I think street stock too, or no, I don't know.
No, the street stock they got rid of.
Okay. But yeah, they're good people, man. I love racing with those guys. And
Piss.
everybody in the series has been, really good. It's like we race around the same people, so there wasn't really any. There was a couple new people or whatever, but I took a little bit of time off when Buddy Boy here got suspended. I was like, well, what the hell, man, So. And then I came back when he came back, and then he got suspended again. So he just kept effing up. But no, we need to get him back. He's
Man. So, fellas, this is like if we want to grow, I believe in my heart, Friday Night Lights could blow up.
yeah.
With the right guy running it, and if we didn't have somebody saying, "I'm putting the brakes on, man," I want 16 good drivers versus we've had 35 and 40 cars enter a race, and only 2 races this season we didn't send somebody home that didn't make the feature, right? So I don't know, maybe fix setups, limit the numbers. I don't know. It is what it is at this point. Courtney Ellis is putting out here 410s. Maybe we run 410s with boy, could you imagine climbing out of a micro sprint and getting in a 410?
She's out of her mind.
That Courtney chick's crazy.
I don't even think I've gotten in those cars with this newest update. I don't think I have.
I know I haven't.
I don't think I've driven anything more than a 305 sprint car. To be honest,
lap times, dude. She's done laps on here at more than a few tracks, but it's nothing on the new tire model. So I told her the other night, I was like, those are probably really slow at this point because everything's sped up. I feel the time got faster.
So listen, these are supposed to be 30 to 45-minute long episodes, man. I've had you cats on here for an hour and 4 minutes and freaking love it. It has 100% lived up to the hype. And we've never talked like this. We've messaged back and forth, but we've never, been on camera. We're going to have to do it again. I'm going to have to check in with you guys as we get through. Maybe I got 3 races this year. 2 with the high limit sprint car guys and 1 with World of Outlaws. So maybe we'll get on after that because I hope to
they're
out
over
here. Yeah, out in California. It's I'll have to get the dates. One's at Stockton and then we're at Placerville with them. maybe after that. But you guys got to tune in.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's just going to be a lot of fun. But I appreciate everyone who sent us messages. That's a first. I'm able to see the message. Paul Ellis, Ronald Griffin, Jeff Kemper, and Courtney sent us messages in. Fellas,
Courtney.
this has been, again, as advertised. I don't know what's going to happen. You know what? I'm not even worried about it at this point. We'll figure it out as we get there. Is Grandma Pete watching?
She might be. I don't know if she is or not.
That's it. You're done.
Dude, epic fucking fail on my part. I forgot to tell her we were doing this tonight.
Well, she's gonna have to. I'm glad that we can see messages because I couldn't see chats. We moved everything off Facebook because I was getting shit so spread out. We got Your Six Racing Network on this channel. We got Joe Halter Racing on YouTube. So now everything's on YouTube. So that's the reason.
I always had a hard time finding the races. Like I still have a hard time finding some of the races that I've been in and stuff. Like I like to go back and watch that stuff, but
Got Your Six, GY6RN. They're all there.
Boom!
along with the podcasts.
Right. Yeah, I've watched the podcast,
Yeah, and greatly appreciated. So, Justin, I'll let you go first, sir. Last thoughts,
man. Joe, when you asked me to do this, dude, I was like, man.
He was a nervous wreck. I'll answer it for him. He was
I was all right, man. No, but when you asked me to do this, dude, I was like, abso-freaking-lutely, man. Like, you've always been a supporter of me. Even, probably way back, you've told me you've always rooted for me, dude. And, that means a lot to, for you to say that I'm your hero, brother, man, words can't even explain how, joyful that makes me feel inside, dude. Like, that's amazing to hear that, dude, and we'll have to definitely get together, man. I'll tell you a little more about my story and stuff, on a different day. And, it's crazy, man. I'm sorry to hear what happened on your end, man. That shit sucks, dude. I had it happen too. I think I've told you that, and, it's crazy, dude. But, yeah, no, this has been awesome, man. I really enjoy racing your series, dude. I have one hell of a time in there, man. The people are great. Everything, with that you guys bring with Mission 22 and, everything that they do for the veteran, it's crazy, man. Like, it's just to see someone do that and put it all together with what most people will call a video game and create the community that you've got with Friday Night Lights and Coast to Coast and Dirt Track, but all that stuff is just, it's incredible what you do, man. So really, it's thanks for having us on here, man. Like, it's been awesome.
Sure,
absolutely,
yeah, man. Yeah, it's a pleasure. And send me what is your nearest national park? That's your homework. Send me your nearest national park. Jordan, last words.
Man, thanks for having us, Joe. Woke up this morning about 5:45, and I was like, damn, I never been on a podcast before, and tonight's the night. So thanks for having us. I've had a blast. Hopefully we get together again sometime in the near future.
Man, we can
make it out to California and watch you race one of them race cars. So
no, I'm coming back east. I'm telling you, I got to get the hell out of California. But we can do like up to 8 people on here. I think. Let me count: 1, 2, 3, 4. How cool would that get to get the Carters on here and
and a party in here,
the whole crew, right? Yeah, we'll have to look at that. But yeah,
you should ask Brian Dickens if he remembers that whole incident. That'd be interesting.
So they do. So somebody does, because I was talking to Brandon Templeton, and that's another thing, right? These are 3. Shit, I'm trying to end the show, but these are 3 cats, man, that I recruited to be on the team just because I thought I needed a team. And bro, it's been 2-3 years, and there is not a day gone by in 3 years that one of us has not sent a message on Discord.
Yeah.
In 3 years, good morning, fellas, or whatever it is, and that's just insane.
Yeah, no, they're great dudes, man. Like I said, I've raced with them in coast to coast. I raced
Yeah.
with you. They're all good dudes. No grudges here, dude.
They don't either.
Ever, man. Like it was good times, man. And but no, I watched your first podcast or whatever, dude. And I said to my fiance Courtney, I said, dude, this motherfucker looks just like JD, man. I was like, he could pass for JD. I was fucking dumbfounded, dude. Dickens looks like JD. I had a lot of words for that guy a long time ago. Now he's like my favorite driver.
Yeah, super good dudes. All right, fellas, let's wrap this. I wish you both a great weekend. Tell the families, man, you can't hug your kid yet, Justin, but you will. I'm going to tell you, Jordan LaFon, hug them babies, bro. They're gone quicker than you know. I had babies in my house, and the next day they were married, and man, that shit happens so quick, man. So
they're growing up quick, man.
yeah, give those kids a hug. Propose to that girlfriend, Justin. Wait to give that baby a squeeze, man, and enjoy every freaking second. You will be so angry at times, you can't wait for it to be over. But bro, trust me, it's over all too fast.
Oh yeah.
For sure. So
don't blink, bro.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in, for checking us out. So we don't do these podcasts on a regular basis. We kind of do them whenever I think I have something that's really interesting. And these are two of the most interesting cats that I probably have met in a long time. I'm a fan of you both. So until next time, keep a look on our YouTube page. That's where I'll post when we're going to have a podcast. Again, don't know when that is. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, we'll see ya.